Welcome back to TF2 101, the show where I cover basics for beginners. Today we're talking about the American ambulance, the rocket rampager, the soldier. Right off the bat, I know how intimidating rocket jumping can be to newer players. Trust me, you don't need to learn the most advanced techniques and tricks. The simplest rocket jumps are almost always the most useful. To do it, just jump, crouch midair, and fire a rocket at your feet as you leave the ground. It might feel like a lot of buttons to press at once, but once you've done it enough times, it becomes second nature. Once you've gotten the hang of the pattern, a whole world of options opens up. You can approach your enemies from an entirely unexpected angle, rain rockets from above, or use flank routes that would normally take too long to walk through. I'm not great at rocket jumping, I can't do any of the more advanced stuff consistently, but I still get so much value out of the basic jumps because I can get back to the front line faster, get out of a fight if I'm losing, take a prime position to spam out a sentry gun. Everything a soldier can do, rocket jumping enhances. Just the basics are often more than enough. Soldiers' rockets have a pretty large splash radius. Learn to take advantage of this. While it's true that directly hitting your enemy does the most damage, you don't have to obsess over it. Shooting the ground beneath their feet, shooting the walls nearby, every surface becomes potential damage if the enemy is close enough. As well, splash damage is devastating against grouped up players. People sitting around a dispenser, on the payload cart, or clustered up in choke points are meat in the grinder. They may as well already be dead. Soldier is one of the biggest methods of punishing enemy teams who just try to win by sticking in a cluster. Sailing in from the sky and deploying tactical nukes against the enemy team is fun and incredibly useful. I'm not saying you should always bum rush the enemy, but if you see an opportunity, you may as well go for it. Dying to get 3 kills on the objective usually works out in your team's favor. Yes, I know many pyro players are literal, actual babies, but there is a sizable chunk of them that know how to air blast, and these are the ones that can entirely nullify your rocket launcher and even turn it against you if they so choose. So if you do find yourself up against a pyro player who actually reflects rockets, here are some options. Number 1. Shotgun. This is the best option. Pyro cannot air blast bullets, and the shotgun has much better range than the flamethrower. Seriously, consider putting down the banner, gunboats, and parachute for a few lives and blasting that incendiary instigator with the truest of true American sidearms. Number 2. Mind games. Get inside the pyro player's head. Stare at them and do a bunch of erratic strafing as you get closer. Fire a random rocket into the sky, see if they panic and air blast. If they do, shoot rocket during their cooldown. If not, you at least are wasting a bunch of their time. This is far less dependable than the good old shoddy, but if you really don't want to swap off the Conqueror, this is an option. You can also use splash damage to throw them off. Most experienced pyro players assume a rocket will be aimed directly at them. So if you aim at the ground beside them or something, the rocket can often slip past their little force field and the splash will still do damage. Number 3. Just wait until they're doing something else, and then blow them up. A good pyro player is always busy. They're either sweeping for spies, fighting mosquito scouts, or filling the trenches with scorch shot spam. But there's no guarantee they won't just turn around and start reflecting as soon as you've hit them with one rocket. Seriously, just use the shotgun if a pyro is giving you trouble. It's the default for a reason, people. There comes a time in a man's life when he has no choice but to eat spam. It's never anybody's first choice, but it comes for us all. Soldier is really good at mindless brain-dead spamming. It's part of why he has a reputation for being a brain-dead class. Any choke point, any sniper encampment, any sentry nest you can just fling rockets towards and you'll feel like you're achieving something. Look, rockets are slow, and they do less damage the further away from you they are. So if you're planning on actually killing anyone, spamming from a distance is usually a waste of time. That said, a volley of rockets is a fine deterrent to anyone, so if you just want to keep enemies suppressed without needing to kill them, spam works. If there's a sentry nest you can get an angle on, by all means spam it into the dirt. Sentry guns are particularly vulnerable to rockets because there is no such thing as fall off against buildings. Every rocket always does 90 damage, so if you can physically see a sentry gun anywhere, you can probably destroy it. The engineer repairing it will run out of metal long before you run out of rockets. Just try not to get tunnel vision because spies, pyros, scouts, you know, keep your head on a swivel. Nowhere is safe from any class. Soldier is a generalist. He doesn't excel at any one thing, but he's always useful on any map, any game mode. He can be a sentry buster, a flanking assassin, an objective pusher or defender, a medic buddy, so long as he doesn't rocket jump away from the medic trying to heal him, anything at all. The world is your oyster as a soldier main. He's one of the most popular characters for a reason, because no matter what you want to do, the soldier class can probably do it well enough. Even people who aren't soldier mains can usually bring him out if the situation calls for it, because he's just that widely useful. So instead of giving you one defined task soldier needs to do, I'll just tell you to keep your eyes open for opportunities to make plays, because unlike more specialized classes, the soldier can do basically anything the team needs. He's the ultimate flex class, and he's also really, really loud. That's the end of class. Put those pencils away, and remember, no rocket jumping in the hallways.